be careful by until I start. वो enable करते हैं सर हाँ सभी को नहीं कर सकते हैं जैसे बिल्कुल साइड पे 2020, the year characterized by uncertainty.
तो मनन ने खराब कर ले चाहिए तो अच्छा
Recording on. The year 2020, the year characterized by uncertainty. Yes, down the line, we shall remember how the world changed this year and life came to a standstill. We have witnessed major unprecedented events till now, with one leading to the other, and we are still not done yet. But one of the changes, which was not only anticipated but rather necessary, came about in the form of the National Education Policy 2020 in India. Good afternoon to everyone. As you already know that the school has organized a webinar to make you aware of NEP 2020. Everyone knows about it, but does not know the crux. Today, we will cover the main points as we are having limited time. By the end of this session, you will be able to know how this policy is going to impact you, your kids' life, and how NEP functions, and how it will be useful in the all-round development of the children. As everyone says, education is the weapon that can take a country to the heights. And India is now trying to implement new educational policy to reach the heights. So let's proceeding with the webinar. I'm going to share the presentation. So please look at it. So first slide that shows the vision of the policy. So this policy was made taking into the consideration few points. So there was a vision behind this. So first vision, according to this, develop an education system deeply rooted in Indian ethos, which has the capability to provide high quality education to compete in the global world. The second one, that is, so curriculum and the pedagogy must develop a sense of respect towards fundamental duties and the Constitution of India and have a deep bond with the country. So we all are very much aware of our rights, but we less know about our duties. So what is the main purpose? Yes, the main purpose of the education is to make the child the best citizen of the country. So these vision, so these things were kept in mind while the policy was being made. And one more thing, that is develop a sense of pride and respect for the country. That means to develop a bond with the country. So here we have the next slide. So as you see, number of principles of NEP 2020. The first one, That is respect for the diversity and the local context. Second one, that is equity and the inclusion. And third, we have that is community participation. And the fourth one, use of technology. Then is emphasize conceptual understanding. And I do agree with this point that learning should be, yes, conceptual understanding should be based on conceptual understanding rather than the rote learning. Unique capabilities, that means to accept the child that he or she is having unique capabilities and what is the need to identify these qualities and to motivate the child to go ahead. Then is critical thinking and develop the critical thinking and the creativity. It's really the need of the R is to develop the critical thinking. Yes, so that they can face the problems of their life, they can face the challenges and to make them creative. Then we have continuous assessment. So next slide, which I'm going to share with you, that shows the transforming curricular and pedagogical structures. So as you see, we have two structures on the screen. So first shows the previous academic structure and the second shows the new pedagogical curricular structure. And according to this, the school structure has been divided into the 4 categories. So the first category we have, that is secondary stage. So 4 stages are there. The first stage we have, that is secondary stage. It's for duration for, yes, it has a 4 years period. Now here emphasis has been laid to develop greater thinking. And now the students have choice, number of choice of the subject. Okay, they are not bound to any one particular subject or any one stream. So if they want to choose any other, if they just have chosen one stream, then they can choose any different subject from any other stream also. So next means we have, so next is that is the middle stage and it is of 3 years. Now here in this stage, the emphasis has been laid on the experiential learning. Okay, so next we have the preparatory stage, and in this stage is basically it is based on playway method. Okay, so activity based method is there and interactive classrooms. Then we have fundamental stage and the year, and it is of 5 and we have this, yes, duration is for 4 years. So secondary stage, it's of 4 years, then middle stage of 3 years, then preparatory stage 4, and then we have fundamental stage for 5 years. I hope everything is clear. Now we are going to move to the next stage, that is shift to the competency based teaching learning assessment. Now here you will see now the shift has been made to the competency based teaching learning, and according to this, now what is the main purpose is to reduce the curriculum to the core essential to minimize the rote learning. And the next is to promote sport integrated and art integrated learning in the classroom. I hope everything is clear to you. Now we are going to share, I'm going to share another slide, that is what are the salient features of the stages in the school. So we have different, yes, we have 4 stages. So in the first stage, that is a fundamental stage. So focus is actually, it is activity, play-based or activity-based learning. So here, focus on to develop moral values, to build a character. So then focus is on the teamwork and the cooperation. Then we have the preparatory stage. So formal teaching, so shift is so gradual transition from the play-based learning to more formal classroom learning. Here, the interactive teaching learning process is being done. So introduction of the subjects are there. So emphasis now has been laid on reading, writing, and speaking. Then we have middle stage. So at this stage, now the students, they are supposed to understand the abstract concepts. So at higher school, at this stage, so 4 years of multidisciplinary study, and what is expected from the child? Have a greater depth, greater critical thinking, and greater flexibility and the student choice. Now they are free to choose any subject of any stream. Okay. So next slide, which I'm going to share with you, that shows early childhood care and education, that is also called ECCE. So what are the main goals? Okay, first, to ensure that all children entering grade 1 are school ready by 2030. And the second point that shows that what is the goal? Yes, all-round development of the child. And the third, we have ECC curriculum and pedagogy development. Okay, now for this, so qualified teachers. So minimum qualification of the teachers could be even 10+2 and the above. Next, so this stage, and the purpose is that learning should be based on play-based, play-way method. Next is, so attainment of the foundational. Then we have this, yes, this slide that shows early learning focus. Yes, it focuses on early reading, writing, and mathematics, and book promotion. That policy will be formulated and public and school libraries will be expanded. Then what is the national mission? So on foundational literacy and numeracy. Then foundational skills to be developed. Yes, universal acquisitions of foundational learning skills. So 3 months play-based school will be there. Okay, next we have national repository. Then libraries, digital libraries will be there. So next we have curtailing dropout rates and ensuring universal, yes, access to education at all levels. So here, this is one of the major, you can say, concern, or the that the children, they just, number of the children drop out. They don't even complete their study. So they don't, when they are not able to, when sometimes they are not able to complete their education, then what are the steps to be taken? So following steps, that is, provide regular trained teachers at each stage. Yes, of course, we do agree with this point. And special care shall be taken to ensure the school remains deficient on infrastructure support. And what can be done? Yes, so tracking students, yes, it can be done. So it will help to ensure that they are enrolled and in or attending the school. So next we have, that is, community partnership in terms of expertise and the infrastructural support. So I hope this point, so for this, two types of schools, that is OLD programs offered by the National Institute of Open Schooling. Then we have NIOS. So these kinds of school will be expanded to cut down the dropout rates. Next we have, that is, highlights of pedagogical structure. So we have highlights. What are the main highlights? So you will see on the screen, we have first, that is competency-based education. Then we have integration of the subject, development of the scientific temperament, then no SILOS among subject learning. Okay, no separation. It means no hard separation between the subject and the learning. So emphasis on digital literacy, then promotion of multilingual. So next slide, which I'm going to share, that shows, yes, so this policy actually encourages 21st century skills. which are required, which are desirable. Yes, we want them, we want our children to achieve all these. Okay, so first we have, yes, they must learn collaboration, they must have scientific temper, so ethics, social responsibility, they must be able to take the social responsibilities. Then we have digital literacy, then problem solving, they must be able to solve the problems. Okay, they must be able to change the to face the challenges of the lives. So communication, then creativity, they must be creative. Next slide, which I'm going to share with you, that is introduction of contemporary subjects. So we have three categories are there. So first we have artificial intelligence, then we have holistic health, that means all-round development of the child, then we have data science. I hope it is clear. Now let's move to the next slide. Yes, I think. Yes, I think. Screen can I show in yes. Now next. Now let's look at another slide. We have that is so year-long course during grade 6 and 8. Okay. So survey and the hand-on experience of a sampling of important vocational crafts such as carpentry, electric work, metal work, gardening, poetry, making, etc. So decided by the states and the local communities and as mapped by the local skilling needs. I hope this is very much clear to you. So these courses are going to be introduced, okay, during grades. So these courses, 1 year long course will be there during grade 6 to 8. So next slide, we have that is mathematics and the computational thinking. So it says increased emphasis throughout the school years, starting with the foundational stage. So number of things, variety, innovative methods will be used like puzzles, games, okay, that will make, that will develop mathematical thinking, okay, and it will make the mathematical thinking more enjoyable and engaging. So next we have introduction of the activities. Number of the activities will be introduced involving coding in middle stage. So next we have, yes, so 10 days bagless, yes, grade 6 to 8 for students to intern with local vocational experts such as carpenters, gardeners, porters, artists, etc. So vocational courses through will be done, yes, through online mode. Okay, now by 2020, at least 50% of the learners shall have exposure to the vocational education. So emphasis on the vocational education is the main purpose of this policy. So knowledge of India. So knowledge from the ancient India and its contribution to the modern India and its success. So India's future aspiration with regard to education, health, environment, etc. It means how to provide. Yes, students will be provided education, the knowledge of India. Yes. So students, they will be supposed to visit different states as part of cultural exchange programs. So constitutional values will be developed in the students. So next we have health education. So we all are very much aware that health is wealth. So keep this point in mind. So we have this slide. Look at this. So basic training in the health. including preventing health, will be provided. So mental health and the well-being, so nutrition, personal and public hygiene and first aid, then detrimental and damaging effects of alcohol and tobacco and other drugs. So they will be made aware of the bad effects of these alcohol, tobacco, and the other drugs. Okay. Next slide. We have leveraging the power of multilingualism and language learning. So here, the children. So what has been noticed? So the children whose primary language is not the language of instructional in schools, and they are more likely to drop out the school. Okay, they don't take interest and or they fail in early grades. So next we have that. So for the solution, so mother tongue. Okay, so that is home language, local language as a medium of instruction wherever possible until at least grade 5. Next, the languages of India's a fun project activities. So different activities will be introduced to familiarize with the diversity of the language in the country. Next slide that shows National Curriculum Framework for School Education and Textbooks. The formulation of a new and a comprehensive national curricular framework for the school education. So NCFSC 2020-21 will be undertaken by NCERT based on the principle of this National Education Policy 2020, and it will be made available in all regional languages. And all the textbooks shall aim to contain the essential core material deemed important on a national level, but at the same time contain any desired its nuance and the supplementary material for local context and the needs. So teachers will have also the choice in the textbooks they employ. Okay, so next slide. So what is the aim of the assessment? Now the shift from the rote memorization skill to formative and is more competency assessment. So next, what is the next aim? That is promote learning and development of the students. The third one, that is test high order skills such as analysis, critical thinking, and conceptual clarity. So assessment will be made on this particular things. So assessment for learning, optimize learning and development for all students. So next, the slide we have, that is transforming assessment and the tracking student program progress across the school years. So all the students will take school examination in grade 3, 5, and 8. Okay, at grade level. So test core concepts. Then we have conduct assessment for all schools. Then school student data is it's anonymous. Then we have use data for continuous monitoring and improvement. So achievement of basic learning outcomes through the assessment of core concepts and the knowledge from the national and the local. So next we have, that is redesigning the report cards. Okay, now it shows the 360-degree holistic report cards. Now the students will be able to evaluate himself or herself. Okay, they can be able, yes. So holistic progress card will form an important link between the home and the school and will be accompanied by the parent-teacher meeting in order to actively involve parents in their children's holistic education and development. So result of the school education to be used only for the developmental purposes of the school education for public disclosure by the school of their overall student outcomes. So it will be based on progress in project-based and inquiry-based learning, quizzes, role plays, group work, portfolios, self-assessment and peer assessment. So progress in cognitive, affective, and psychomotor, the interactive questionnaire for parents, teachers, and students, and the teacher assessment. So I hope this slide is very much clear. So next, now let's move to the another slide that shows regarding the guidelines for assessment. So guidelines will be prepared by NCERT in consultation with major stakeholders such as Board of Assessment, National Assessment Center for School Education, that is NACSC. So next slide, that is National Assessment Center for School Education, NACSC. So this center will advise the following things. First, that is regarding the new assessment patterns and the latest researches. So next we have that is for promoting collaborations between the school boards and the next is to become an instrument for sharing of the best practices between school boards. So next I'm going to share with you the teacher and the teacher education NEP 2020. So here we have 4-year integrated B.Ed, then 2-year B.Ed, then we have 1-year B.Ed. So when we have 4-year integrated B.Ed, so minimum degree qualification for teaching, that includes teaching at local schools by 2030. And in 2-year B.Ed for applicant with an existing bachelor degree in other specialized subjects. In 1-year B.Ed for those, so it is for those who have completed equivalent of 4 years multidisciplinary bachelor degrees or have obtained a master's degree in specialty. So next slide that talks about it is about teachers and teacher education NEP 2020. So what are the expectations from the teachers? Yes. So National Professional Standards for Teacher NPST will be developed by 2022. Okay. So quality 4-year integrated B.Ed programs. So transparency in the transfer through online computerized system, teacher eligibility test, TETS will be strengthened. Sharing of the teachers across school. So number of the things are there. So next, now NEP aims to support. Okay, now we have first, that is preparation. Second is recruitment. Then in the classroom, then we have professional development. So next, continuous professional development, CPD, and improving. Yes, so teacher will undertake 50 hours of CPD every year, driven by their own interest. The teacher education to include aspect of supporting gifted children, training teachers to be effective online educators, workshops and the training programs for the development of the school leaders and the principal. So next we have equitable and inclusion education NEP 2000. Now we have focus on social economically, yes, SEDGS. So first, so SEDGS will be formed and will be broadly categorized based on first, number 4, that is gender identities, then social cultural identities, then geographical identities, disabilities, and socio-economic conditions. Now, how to ensure the equitable? Yes, inclusive education. So first, so there must be alternative forms of schools. So students in such school would be encouraged to appear for state and other board examinations. Then special attention will be given to reduce the disparities for the scheduled castes and scheduled tribes. Opening NCC wings. Then students will be sensitized through this new school culture brought in by the teachers, trained social workers, and counselors. Human values such as empathy, tolerance, human rights, gender equality, non-violence, citizenship, inclusion, and equity will be a part of the curriculum. So next slide, that is, it's about efficient resourcing. So to ensure, yes, adequate number of the counselors, trained social workers, and the teachers for teaching all subjects, including art, music, science, sports, language, vocational subjects, etc. Okay. And next, that is Adequate resources such as libraries, science labs, computer labs, skills labs, playgrounds, supports, and equipment and facilities are there. So these things will be noticed. So that is next we have so standard setting. So NEP 2020 on standard setting and accreditation. So key features of SQAA for CBSE schools. So self-assessment tools for the schools to review their performance against predefined indicators, benchmarks. Easily implementable, transparent, and objective tool. So I'm going to share with you the next slide, that is a key stage assessment in class 3rd, 5th, and 8th. Pilot in selected school will be conducted in 2021 to 2022. Holistic report cards for CBSE school is being prepared. Okay, so 500 competency-based test items for class 1st to 5 related to measurement of each learning outcome stipulated by NCERT are being prepared. Then pilot will be done in the beginning of April and May. CBSE has set up a center for the assessment and work initiated on the development of the question bank for the competency-based items at HOTS for the classes 6 to 10th in major subjects. So training of the paper setters and the moderators is going on standardized question paper. A manual on assessment as part and of learning is being prepared. So next slide, which I'm going to share with you, that is about initiatives. Yes, CBSE offers generic as well as subject-specific teacher training programs. Same will be aligned to the cater to the needs of newly recruited teachers. Induction program will be initiated in the year 2022. So CBSE has its policy on in-service teacher. This has been modified to make 50 hours mandatory CPD per year for teacher, increasing it from the existing 35 hours. So next slide. So we have this. Yes, there are 5 major points. So first is art and sport integrated education will be provided. Principles and pedagogical leaders and preparation of annual pedagogical plans. Then we have implementation of the experiential learning at 4th, that is mathematics and the Hindi at 2 levels. English and Sanskrit was also be introduced at 2 levels from session 2021 or 22. Introduction of 9 vocational courses of 12-hour duration in classes 6 to 8 in 2020. So next slide. So that ensure the competency-based education in schools. So mandatory adoption of learning outcomes by CBSE schools, creative and critical thinking practice test, then mandatory online training on the experiential learning and competency-based education, then development of resource material handbook on experiential learning. So students, so they will have different kind of, yes, they will learn through different kind of activities like Aryabhatta, Ganit challenge, then we have Heritage India quiz, then Ek Bharat Shrestha Bharat, then CBSE Science challenge, then Science exhibition, then Khelo India expression series, which are already being followed in our schools. So reading challenges. So focus on core essential. What are the expectations? So this slide is about the expectation. The first, focus on the core essential learning outcomes. That means focus should be on the fundamental skills in lower grades. Focus on practical and application-based learning. Yes, we have to enable the teachers to design such experiential and application-based activities which enhance the creative and the critical thinking skills and other desired skills among the students. So next, bring changes in the assessment pattern. It means we have to adopt varied mode of assessment. We are not supposed to depend only on one. So that is focus more on assessment as on for learning. Then fifth point that says remove separations between subjects and the disciplines. So adopt holistic educational approach. Next, vocational training to the students. So as mentioned in NEP, one bagless day can be planned for the hand-on learning of the vocational subjects. So popularize and offer vocational courses training to the students. Now, the next is it's enable assess and retention. Okay, so it means track. What we have to do, we have to track each child. So this policy aim at to track each child and ensure there are no dropouts. Okay, to ensure the 100% attention, 100% attendance of the child in the class. So ensure educational access and retention of CDGS, help the each child to continue education through RTE. Next, self-audit on school quality assurance and accreditation framework. So disclose all financial, academics, and operational matters as expected from school by SSA. So provide enable resource both to students and the teachers. So next is, so we have build capacities of the school management, heads, teachers, staff, parents, community, and volunteers. So minimum 50 hours CPD per year for heads and teachers. Then monitoring of teachers, Nishtha need to be compulsory completed by all the teachers. That means that all the teachers will have to complete these courses provided by or introduced by Nishtha. Right? No, it was not that same slide. So train regular teachers to teaching some appropriate vocational subjects and training of vocational teachers. So first we have that is identifying, recognize, and nurturing unique potential of every child. That means every child is born with unique capabilities. We need to identify and we have to motivate. We should motivate the child to go ahead in life. Curriculum and pedagogy of ECC, use of technology platform, basic health indicators, and then teaching Indian languages, and then shift in teaching learning from rote to inquiry-based, critical thinking, cognitive learning, and applied methods. Assessment is learning as an assessment for learning. Implementation of holistic progress card. So time test is as well as new pedagogies. So next we have to engage with the parents. Okay, so engage with the parents. So first is to inform the parents about expected learning outcomes, portfolios, home assignments. Sensitize the parents of the children with physical and learning disabilities, first generation learners, then make home visit if possible and necessary. So next we have to arrange workshops on parenting and particularly on exam related anxieties. Engage with the parents to deal with substance abuse, sexual orientations, and other adolescence issues. So it means we have to connect with the parents regarding the growth of the child, regarding the all-round development of the child. So parents be volunteers for FLN field visit, supports art exhibitions, annual functions, school magazine, etc. So we have to involve the parents in the community outreach work undertaken by the school. So next slide. So I'm sure that everything is clear to you?